These are two easy softbox lights from PBL. These came in a set and they were $99 on Amazon.com. So let's talk about some of the good things that these lights have to offer. These lights burn cool and they're daylight balanced, which means that you can use that little daylight icon on your Canon T2i if you're not doing a custom white balance. It will cast a nice white light, which is great because with a white light you can see red, greens, and blues and all the colors on the spectrum just about evenly. Another nice thing about these lights is that they come with cases. This is a case for the tripod and it has a nice little extendable strap here, as well as having a carrying case for the actual softbox and the diffusion. Although they are thin and a cheap material, it's always better to have the cases than to not have the cases. The diffusion is great as well. It's a good thickness for diffusion and it will eliminate or soften some of those shadows that you would get from normal lights. I love how easy these are to put together. I was just with a client today and I had to set up a lighting kit, and so I brought these over there and I set them up. It took, I would guess, around 6 or 7 minutes max to set up these lights, because this is how easy it is. You set up your stand, you put your softbox on top, and then you reach inside and you push that back, and boom, your umbrella is open. From there, all you have to do is screw in your light bulb and then Velcro your diffusion right in front of the light, and voila. I also like that the stands are a flat black and not a glossy black. That's not a big thing, but to me they look a little bit more professional. When looking at the softbox material, it's also thicker than most of the other softboxes in this price range. I've used other softboxes that could easily get ripped through or have, because they're a really thin material. So now let's talk about some of the cons of this light set, because there are a number of them, as this light set is a cheap light set. One of the things, of course, has to be the short cord length. If this light stand were fully extended, you'd have to have an outlet right next to your light in order to plug it in. This cord just is not long enough to do much of anything, so you've really got to bring an extension cord with you wherever you go. The other thing that I don't like is that there's no on-off switch. That's really annoying. The other thing that I don't like is these kind of cheap plastic knobs in the back. And that's really not a problem as long as they don't break on you. But when you twist this back one here to adjust the angle of the light, there's this nasty cranking noise. I know that that's the mechanism that's going to be holding it at the angle that you want it at, but that cranking noise is kind of nasty and it makes me feel like I'm kind of breaking it. The other thing that could potentially be a problem for you is that there is no light bulb carrying case. It comes with this kind of plasticky sort of fluorescent light case, and also comes with this, which is a box for your light bulb. But having these cardboard boxes everywhere you go, and especially carrying extras which you're going to want, that could take up quite a bit of space. But that's the thing that you're going to have to tackle if you're going to be using fluorescent bulbs. The other thing that makes me a little bit nervous is just with these stands. I actually have a stand that's identical to these PBL stands. This is from Promaster.com. I bought this probably 4 years ago, and a couple of the nuts have come off the back. However, it's still working. These lights really are not that bright. In fact, the light bulb case that I have right here from PBL says that this is a 50-watt compact fluorescent light, which is equal to 150 watts of incandescent light output. Now, if you're not a wattage expert, that basically means that we're not putting out a whole lot of watts here. This is quite unlike my PBL VL1000 that I have here, which will do 1000 watts of variable output. However, for this demonstration and a couple of the other videos that I've done that are reviews, like the microphone comparison review, all I was using was these two lights on me. And so you can tell that they really are great lights, especially if you're doing close-up work and you have a camera that has a very wide aperture. That's an aperture of about 2.8 to 1.8. That's going to be your ideal aperture if you're using these lights. So what I would recommend is that you get a good key light that's balanced to about the same as these ones, which is 5100 Kelvin. And that way you'll have a good key light that will do between 600 and 1000 watts. preferably variable output, because these do not, which is also another con about these lights. However, when I bought these lights, I had a very specific purpose in mind, and that was I wanted cheap, easy to set up travel lights that wouldn't take up very much space in my light bag. And that's exactly what these do. So although there are some cons about this light kit, for the price and the quality that you're going to get, I'm going to rate these a 4 out of 5 stars. Please subscribe to see more reviews and helpful tips and tricks from Video Mania. And remember, leave your questions and comments below and I will answer you as quickly as I can. Thank you very much.